people in certain high places told me that I can get wild right now because some type of event is going to take place soon. And they say they ain't making plans after 2026. They say the world going to be a mess, so.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Rewind.
Like airplanes?
No, plans. They say they're not making plans after next year because the world going to be a mess soon. They keep telling me something finna happen.
The U.S. So does the U.S. Postal Service know something that we don't? And why do I say that? Because they issued a letter to both their employees and contractors, a letter that they have not given out since the pandemic. You heard what I said. The letter that they issued to both their employees and their contractors is a letter that they provided back in 2020 for the COVID pandemic. And the letter that I'm referring to is right behind me. It was issued to its postal employees and contractors on January 5th of 2026. The subject line reads, "Postal employees continue to provide essential services." And remember, the key word is essential. The letter also states inside that during large-scale emergencies, epidemics, emergencies, or even civil unrest, states and localities may issue curfew warnings and other directives such as restricted travel. So basically what the letter is saying, that if anything like that occurs, postal services are governed by federal law. So therefore, that places them in the essential category. And what's weird about it, the letter goes on to state, even though it's dated this year, that employees and contractors should carry this letter with them to and from work and as they work. And it also states that it's critical that all postal employees and its contractors carry their identification at all times. And it also goes on to tell them that if they encounter anyone, such as law enforcement, that stops them while they are traveling, they are to present this letter to them. So the question we need to be asking is, what is actually going on, or is possibly going to allegedly be happening, that this letter was issued with this year's date back on January 5th. Now, I know people will say, well, that's a standard issued letter. Okay, so if it's a bulletin, then it's a bulletin that they will just have, and in the event of something happening, they'll just have to get a copy of it. Am I correct? But why reissue it in the year 2026? So once again, the terms travel restrictions and essential employees are back in the year 2026. So once again, I guess my question to you is, what is going on, or what is about to occur? And if anyone out there is an employee of this right here, hit us up in the comments and let us know if you received that letter. And
this is 2nd Esdras, 15th chapter, and I'm gonna read 22 through 27. It says, "My right hand shall not spare the sinners, and my sword shall not cease over them that shed innocent blood upon the earth. The fire is gone forth from his wrath, and have consumed the foundations of the earth, and the sinners like the straw that is kindled. Woe to them that sin and keep not my commandments, saith the Lord. I will not spare them. Go your way, ye children, from the power, and defile not my sanctuary. For the Lord knoweth all them that sin against him, and therefore delivereth he them unto death and destruction. For now are the plagues come upon the whole earth, and ye shall remain in them. For the heavenly Father shall not deliver you, because ye have sinned against him." Okay? I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, RAKAKWADASH. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone rule well. Peace and salutations to the elect, and much respect to the brothers pushing his word in the four winds of the earth. Shalom to you few sincere sisters out there as well. It's Brother Ariyah coming at you with a quick cut here. And yeah, those plagues are definitely coming. You know, they're talking about this super bug and you know, all this madness. And you seen what the guy read in the letter that was sent to the post office, the people that work for the government, pretty much. People that have government jobs. And he stated that the same type of letter was issued out before the lockdowns of 2020. I'll just say it that way. And you know what sickness was out during that time. Okay, and real quick, at that time, I would say like 3 weeks, 3 or 4 weeks before the sickness, that sickness hit in 2020. I'll just say it that way. I believe I had it. I was sick. Okay, and now I've been sick for the past month and a half, man. You know, I'm probably like at 85% right now. So who's to say that, you know, another sickness won't come? We already know pestilences are coming. All right, and a great number of people are going to die from that pestilence. Okay, so they're not just going to issue out that letter for nothing. So there's going to be a lot of things happening, man. A lot of, you know, lockdowns. The power may go out still. We've been preaching this for the longest because we know it's coming. We just don't know when it's going to come. You know, we know it's coming. And, you know, our job is to warn you of what's to come, whether you believe it or not. But these things are definitely going to happen. Okay? And it's going to continue to get worse and worse in 2026. Things are not going to get better. All right? You got ICE out here, you know, kicking down doors, going door to door right now, man. They have complete immunity from killing anyone, man. You know, we in these times right now, man, where, you know, a lot of people are going to get judged by the Lord, man, in various ways. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show you the video real quick. Second Ezra 16, and I'll read 1 through 8. It says, "Woe be unto thee, Babylon and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. And gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, and bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand." Okay? Meaning what? There's going to be a lot of mourning. Okay? Girding up yourselves with sackcloth, or with cloths of sack. Okay? Meaning there's going to be a lot of mourning out here at Babylon the Great. It says right here, destruction is at hand. "A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away a hungry lion in the wood, or may anyone quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away?" And the answer is no one. Okay? So these things are happening, and they're going to continue to intensify and get hotter and hotter as we move forward, man. All right? These things, there's not going to be any cooler periods. Okay? Things are going to wax worse and worse, man. You just wait and watch and see. Things are going to wax worse and worse out here in America, man. Verse 17, woe is me, who will deliver me in those days? Right? So you got these men out here talking about how bad it's going to get. Okay, and what they're going to do about it or whatever. None of them mention the Lord at all. Okay, and they're going to find out in these days that are coming when they get very horrible. They're not going to be able to survive, man. They're not going to have protection. You know, a lot of these people that put these videos up, they trust in themselves. They don't trust in the Lord. The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death, the beginning of wars and the powers that shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils, and what shall I do when these evils shall come? Right? Trust in the Lord. Have faith and trust in the Lord, man, when these evils come. Right? Don't make haste in the time of trouble. Just trust in the Lord. Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment. All right, we're going to start to see these plagues come, man. The Lord is definitely going to send these plagues, we're going to see an abundance of people getting sick, man. Okay, and tribulation and anguish. It's going to be a lot of suffering, man. It really is. We can't stress this enough, man. We do a lot of videos on this topic because it's going to come. And when it does come, a lot of people are going to be perplexed. And they're going to be perplexed because they see that things are bad, but they don't think that things are going to take a turn for the worse. They believe in their minds that things are going to get better. This is just a a moment in time where things are bad. They think it's going to get better, and they're going to be perplexed because they're going to see just how how violent it's going to get out here, how unruly and lawless it's going to be out here in Babylon the Great. And I'll just read 22. For many of them that dwell upon the earth shall perish of famine, right? And them famines are still coming, where people are not going to eat. They're going to be human sticks around here, looking like human skeletons from the lack of sustenance, man. And the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy. Showing you that there's going to be no escaping this. That the Lord does not, if you're not in the Lord's favor, okay, expect these things to happen to you. And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to cover them, for the earth shall be wasted, and the cities shall be cast down, right? And if things like this keep happening, which could be a psyop with the ICE shooting out there in Minneapolis, and it could, of course, there's going to be more psyops to happen. Okay, but they want chaos. This is what they want. They want chaos so they can bring in the order, and they can bring in the solution, which is the man, the MOTB. That's what all roads lead to, the MOTB, man. This is what they want. So there's going to be a lot of dead bodies in the streets, right? You walking out your house, and you got to walk over dead bodies, the stench in the air. You're going to have to deal with that. Not from just one dead body smells horrible. It smells horrible. One dead body. Imagine, dozens of dead bodies outside of your house when you got to walk out, or wherever you're at, and you're just surrounded by dead bodies and no one's burying them. Imagine the smell, man. Okay? And these are the times that we're coming into right now, man. Let me get 37 through 39 real quick. Just gonna make a little quick one. And behold, the plagues draw nigh and are not slack, right? So they're definitely coming, man. They're close. As when a woman with child in the 9th month bringeth forth her son, with 2 or 3 hours of her birth pains, or her birth great pains compass her womb. Excuse me. Which pains when the child cometh forth, they slack not a moment. And even so shall not the plagues be slack to come upon the earth. And the world shall mourn, and sorrow shall come upon it on every side. Okay? So this is definitely, this is prophecy. And this is coming. And like I said, people may feel it in their spirit, but they're not prepared to deal with what's coming on the earth, man. This is why we should account ourselves blessed. We should count ourselves blessed for being able to, have access to YAHAWASHI and the Lord, man. Okay, because these times that I just read are definitely coming on the earth, and they'll be here sooner than you think. So I just wanted to do this quick little lesson. I pray it was edifying. I want to say shalom to the next one.